All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. And what happened to Miz? What happened to Miz, ladies and gentlemen? It is a fresh look. The beard is gone. As you all know, every now and then I like to get a bit of a reset. But you know what? I might just keep it like this from now. I don't know, man. I don't mind the beard. Obviously, the beard's good, but when it gets too big, you got to maintain. It's probably easier to just maintain it like this, just trim it all off. Kuba, oh my goodness, Robert's take took a toll on me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not on playback, I really suggest you guys get on playback ASAP. We get some fantastic conversations there. The link is literally on the description. Feroze and I, we run that channel over there, Football TV. And there were some wild takes from my man Robert over there. So that's what you're gonna get on Football TV. Feroze, big up to you as well. Shubra, who is this brother? This is Mrs. younger brother. Feroze, big up to you, my man. God, oh my God, what is this baby face? By the way, massive big up to Feroze for all the lovely work that he's doing and providing the content in that the Chelsea USA tour. Is putting out some really good stuff. And today's news is literally off the back of what Feroze posted out. So we're going to talk a lot about that. But yeah, big up to each and every one of you guys. Ahmed, big up to you, my man. Miz looks so fresh, bro. Miz looks like mid-20s. Yeah, clearly come and sign me up, man. I'm under 21s. Kia, why don't you get a goatee? I don't know. That doesn't go. Nah, I did that a while ago. It doesn't really. I generally the full beard looks better on me. The goatee, yeah, not so much. I've tried that previously. Valan, big up to you. Damon, big up to you as well, my man. Victor, good to see you. Dedication, good to see you. Chelsea policy under 25 on the Miz channel, I see. Yep. Yeah. If you're not under 25, yeah, forget about this channel, man. Forget about it. Absolutely forget about it. Nathan, big up to you. Miz, take me with you when you go on holiday again. Yeah, no problems. I'll try to take all you guys with me to my next holiday. David, Miz, put the beard back, please. You guys are too funny. Lookman, big up to you. Thanks. Good job. God bless you. Hajj, big up to you. Grow Ministry of Darkness, undertake goatee. DLM Perplex, big up to you, my man. Miz, brother. Chelsea may actually approach to sign you. Make some much needed changes there, brother. Yeah, absolutely. In life, no limits. All my regulars are here. Good to see you all, man. Good to see you all. Okay. Let's have a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a discussion. Live chat, keep buzzing, keep commenting, and smash the like button. First of all, thank you so much for 34,000 subscribers. It's been too long. Let's get to 40,000, man. Pronto, let's get to 40,000. Honestly, this channel, we should be up at 50K, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Sometimes the algorithm doesn't like us. That's probably what the goal is. But anyway, we move. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the latest Chelsea news, courtesy of Mr. Feroze. Let me see if I can share it with you guys. Interesting stuff going on. So Feroze went to the training earlier today. And this is what he saw. Today was the final training session for Chelsea in California before they fly out to Indiana tomorrow. Some key points from training. Chilwell training with the wingers. Reece inverted a lot again and trained with the midfielders. Mudryk, Noni and Guiu looking sharp. We want to talk about this because we kind of touched on this quite a bit actually on playback yesterday. Ben Chilwell, ladies and gentlemen, Pochettino was onto something. He really was. We thought this guy was a madman. We thought Pochettino was a madman. And it kind of looks like now, if you deep it, where is Ben Chilwell going to fit for Enzo Maresca? Where is he actually going to fit? It's either LCB, which, let's be honest, Ben Chilwell, he doesn't cut it as a LCB, especially when you're playing for a ball playing manager, manager that likes to keep possession, manager that wants technical players. That's probably one position Ben Chilwell can play, which is LCB, but I rather have Levi Colwill there, or maybe down the track, potentially even Cucurella. So if it's not LCB, where else could Chilwell play? Where else could Chilwell play? Well, Chilwell has the attributes of a fullback, a wingback, so essentially a winger. Few of you guys, whoever participated in the playback stream yesterday in the call-in, Kuba was one of them that was saying that he could potentially play in the wing. And the bottom line is, he doesn't cut it as a winger either. He really doesn't. Because as a winger, you need to have 1v1 quality. You need to have that ability to produce really good crosses all the time. Chilwell, he's so indecisive since he's been injured, since he's been away from the team on a regular basis. He's been indecisive. There was a stat that's gone around saying that Ben Chilwell, he hasn't played more than like 25 games or something for the past X amount of seasons per season. Like last season, he didn't play more than 25 or 26 games. Season before that, he didn't play more than 25 or 26 games. Injury is really affecting him. So there's only two positions that he can play, LCB or left wing. And honestly, it's not good enough to be in any of them places. So for me, Ben Chilwell, ladies and gentlemen, he's surplus to requirements, man. He really is surplus to requirements. He needs to leave the football club. And I know he probably doesn't want to. He's on good wages, London. It's a fancy city to be in. No one can probably afford his wages. He can't get the same lifestyle anywhere else. He probably wants to stay at Chelsea Football Club. But he should be one of those contenders that needs to probably leave our football club, unfortunately. I thank him for all the services. I thank him for the Champions League season when we won. I thank him for his services under Thomas Tuchel. But then obviously, once he got injured, man, he never recovered. He really never recovered. Haj, in a 3-2-5, Chilwell basically played left mid for Thomas Tuchel back in the day. I think Poch and Maresca have noticed that. Yeah, look, his skill set, Ben Chilwell's skill set, can only have him at left wing, really, under Maresca. So, and he's not going to cut it as a left wing. Honestly, he's not going to cut it as a left wing. Shubra, playing Chile on the wings means we are playing with 10 men. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. I agree, man. I absolutely agree. Alex, with what the hell is all this inverted? We're going to get to that inverted stuff. Overlapping and underlapping BS. It's so stupid. Just play players in their positions. Reece isn't a CDM. Gusto isn't a midfielder. He's a wingback that runs up and down. Look, Alex, you're going to have to get used to the fact that this whole notion of play players in their positions. Yeah, forget about that under Maresca. It's not about positions. Each player playing in their position and that's where they stay. No. Under Maresca and under modern day football managers, players are consistently moving in different parts of the field. It's about creating overloads, right side, left side, whatever. It's about creating that advantage, numerical advantage. And you do what you need to do. If a player then has to drift into midfield, we'll have to drift into midfield, even though they're not comfortable. If a player needs to move forward into attacking areas where they're not comfortable, they're going to have to do that. This is the modern day football right now, Alex. Gone are those days where fullbacks play only in fullbacks. They don't go anywhere else in the field. only in their fullbacks up and down. Nah, fullbacks these days, you're going to have to invert. You're going to have to maybe play as a number 10 sometimes. You do what you need to do to create an overload. That's how it is at the moment, my man. That's how it is. Ronnie, big up to you, Miss. If Maresca inverts on wing back, can't one bomb forward when the play is at their respected side? Because we limited Reece James. Yeah, look. What we need to understand is Maresca always, from a fundamental point of view, he needs 3, 2, 5. Whoever is that. So you're building with a 3-2. So it's 5 and 5. So if you have, say, for instance, Cucurella inverts, Reece James will have to tuck in as a RCB. So unfortunately, you're thinking whoever inverts, allow the other fullback to overlap. Then you're going to potentially be in a bit of a trouble. Then you're left with 2 CBs and 2 midfielders. So you're asking for 4-6. And that is a bit of an imbalance. Now, look, there might be times where it may be 4-6. There might be times against certain oppositions, it may be 4-6. But your wings are going to be exposed. Your wings are going to be exposed. So there's a lot to learn, man. Look, I've been saying it since our first game against Wrexham. Us as a fan base, I'm telling you, we have to be patient. We have to be patient. Don't be expecting champagne football anytime soon, man. I'm telling you right now. Set yourselves up properly, your expectations. It's going to take a while. Reece James is now training with the midfielders. All of these things, it'll take time. Reece James is spending time as a central midfielder. Reece James is being asked to play as a proper midfielder. Forget about Reece James being a right back. Those days are over. Unless we start seeing Reece James actually play as a right back, Malo Gusto actually play as a right back. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what Enzo Maresca is going to do. I don't know whether he's going to stop this inversion when we actually have midfielders coming back. We'll see. We'll see. But right now, the way it's panned out, players like Reece James and Malo Gusto, you better become a midfielder. Honestly, you better become a midfielder. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And we have to be so patient, man. We have to be so patient. It's going to take time because Malo Gusto and Reece James, they're not midfielders. I mean, look, sure, they can come inside. As Maresca said, yeah, you're comfortable playing out wide, but we're asking you to come 10 meters inside. It's not a huge change. No problems. I understand what Maresca is saying. But for Reece James to play on the right side, whether it's a right back or a right-sided centre back or right wing, you're operating in a particular area of the field and your role is quite specific for that side. But when you're operating in the midfield, you have to be alert 360. As a right-sided player, you either can go on the right or you can go on the there's only 2 areas you can focus on. You don't have to worry too much behind you because there's potentially no one behind you. But as a midfielder, you're going to have threats everywhere. So, Malo Gusto, Reece James, it's going to take time. It really is. The only player that I think can really be deployed properly is Marc Cucurella. Marc Cucurella is the only one that can do this inversion to the T for Maresca from the get-go. Everyone else, it's gonna take time, man. They're gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle. Royston, we have a mixed match. We have a mixed match of players. Mismatch of players, and now Maresca must figure out a way to use them. That's the problem with changing managers all the time. Yeah, look, I hope the players can work hard and Yeah, and get on board as quickly as possible. That's all I can say. Faisal, big up to you, my man. I'm sorry, but all of this inverting stuff is BS to me. Reece James has played at a world-class level at fullback, wingback. Playing him midfield is unnecessary when he has already shown high levels at right back. Yeah, look, the thing is, it's about creating the balance. Do you know what? Let's bring up the tactical board. Actually, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. No, I don't like that one. I think this one's nice. Yeah, this one's nice. We change the shorts around, make it more Chelsea oriented. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's check this out. The reason why all of these managers are doing this, this is why I think they're doing this. All right, let's check this out. Okay, and let me know what your thoughts are. So let's say 4-3-3. All right, 4-3-3. What we're essentially asking is, as a Chelsea fan, just have your traditional fullbacks. So let's say Cucurella, Reece James, and then whoever the defenders are, and let's say seriously, I would love to see something like this. Honestly, I would love to see Lavia, Enzo, and maybe Caicedo. I'd like to see this. I know this is probably, I don't know whether this can be realistic, but we spent a lot of money on that midfield. Now, the issue with this setup, we want Reece James to bomb up, yeah? We want Reece James. What's going on? We want Reece James to bomb up. We want him to operate. The screen doesn't allow me to let him go. Maybe Enzo Maresca is controlling this. He's not allowing me. Reece James wants to keep coming back. He's not allowing me. Anyway, there we go. I got him. So we want Reece James to go forward. And what we are saying is, if one side goes forward, then okay, maybe Cucurella doesn't go forward. We can have these defenders sort of operate around here, and Cucurella can sort of shift. Now that's a possibility. That's a possibility, but the way Maresca wants is he wants 3-2 setup. He wants a 3-2 setup. So, and someone like Cole Palmer, he'll probably need a fullback to bomb forward. So let's say this is Cole Palmer. He'll probably need a Reece James to bomb forward. There can't be any instance where both of these are bombing forward, because then Lavia will need to protect this side of the field. Like, someone always needs to have this side of the field protected, and then you're leaving Enzo all by himself. And that's when you definitely need Caicedo to come in. I mean, tactically, you can do all of this. You can. Look, even this is a 5, right? This is a 5, and then you've got 5 up front. So tactically, you can still do all of this stuff, but what brings the best balance? I guess that's the thing. This is why sometimes, you know how you see Kovacic for Man City? Sometimes he's operating around here. I've seen Mateo Kovacic operate for Man City around here. On that left side. I've even seen for Germany, Toni Kroos operate in that area. So look, tactically, maybe all of these things can happen. It really is up to Enzo Maresca how he wants to set all of these things up. Kevin K, we are experimenting with a brand new system and debating who should invert or not when we still don't even have an elite goalkeeper, striker, or CB. All of the tactics means nothing when squad quality is mid. So basically, instead of 3-2-5, Enzo wants 3-4-3. No, I think it's always going to be 5-5. You're never going to get a crazy situation like that. I see KDH rotating with Palmer. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, right? You're potentially going to have Keenan Dewsbury Hall somewhere in the mix as well. Maybe in the Caicedo, who knows? Maybe Enzo Fernandez doesn't play. Maybe Caicedo plays and Enzo, but Enzo Fernandez has to play. We've spent way too much money. We spent way too much money for him not to play. Cuba, players will find themselves in weird positions for them because space will open up and opportunities will be there. Exactly right. Cuckoo stays back. James plays as a pseudo right wing. Yeah. And look, this is more reason why I don't think we're ever going to get a situation where Reece James and Ben Chilwell plays, because it doesn't bring the best balance. This is why I keep saying gone are those days where fullbacks are going to be fullbacks. If we have, for instance, let's just say, let's just say Ben Chilwell and Reece James play, then you're going to need midfielders to do this, as you see over here. You're going to need midfielders to do that off the ball. They're going to have to protect those wide areas. And in this day and age, some of these midfielders, they're going to get exposed. They're just going to get exposed. Haj has just shared something. Let's have a look at what Haj is sharing. Two, 3-5 formation. Just know the ball is never coming out without kissing the net. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The 2-3-5. So that's Arsenal, right? You got Jorginho, Kivior, Odegaard. You got Ben White, very wide. You got Martinelli. You got Saka. Yeah, and then you've got Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba. So you do need defenders that are so mobile. You need, see, Kivior can tuck into that wide space if there is any threat of a counter. Odegaard is a workhorse. So look, this can happen, and this is a very good setup from Arsenal. It really is. It allows for an extra body up front. So if you look up front, they've got, the opposition's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders, and Arsenal's also got 5. So it allows for 1v1 scenarios for Martinelli or Saka, and then sometimes you can even free up, one of the other wide men like Ben White. So, yeah, man, look, we as a football club under Enzo Maresca, we just need to get the fundamentals right. Like, we are looking at Arsenal setup. I'm telling you right now, like, to get to that Arsenal setup, it's going to take time, man. It really is. We are starting from zero, man. Like, we had Pochettino, who didn't play like this. And now we're comparing with Arsenal setup or Man City setup. It's going to take time, man. We got to get the fundamentals right. Yeah, as Valan said, spot on. Get the fundamental first right. This is why it's going to look a little bit funny, man. The first few games. This is why all of these preseason games, we have to take it so seriously. Our players have to work hard, understand the repetition. I think Mudryk said recently some of his comments. He was saying that, it's a new system. The players are buying into it, but it's going to take time. It will take time. So, look, honestly speaking, I'm expecting that there's going to be a mad fans meltdown in the first 6 games. Because People are probably expecting that we're going to do well. Don't be surprised if we pick up losses or we have draws. You have to have the stomach to endure all of this. You really have to have the stomach to endure the hardship. Hopefully, by the end of the season, our football looks really good. That's all I can say, man. Honestly, that's all I can say. Kuba, there is always going to be three at the back, whether it's one of the mid dropping back or goalkeeper coming forward, but the rest of the team will be tasked with creating overload and making runs. Absolutely agree. Ibrahim, big up to you. This was the wrong time to do this when we have been, for 2 seasons in a row. Fans won't be that patient. Honestly, if you're not patient, you're going to struggle this season. You're really going to struggle. I'm telling you right now. You have to be patient more than you can believe. Our first game is against Manchester City. Our very first Premier League game is against Manchester City. We better be ready for that game. Manchester City, it's in their DNA to play in that manner. Possession-based, quick, one-touch passing, patient, opening up the opposition. All I expect is hopefully our players, we can defend well. We can be resolute in that structure. Hopefully we don't leak goals. And then we just have to be patient up front. We really just have to be patient. It's not going to be a basketball game anymore. Enzo Maresca is not going to entertain. You're not going to see 4-4s. Like last season, some of the mad games, Manchester City, Chelsea 4-4, Man United, Chelsea 4-3. You're not seeing those games ever again, I'm telling you. You're not seeing that type of games again. Daniel Knight, big up to you, my man. Miz, I'm not blaming Enzo Maresca. If things go wrong, I'm blaming sporting director and ownership. Look, do you know what? I feel there's no one to blame anymore, man. Honestly, there's no one to blame. Enzo Maresca he's an up-and-coming modern-day manager. His fundamentals, it's clear. You can see his philosophy. At least he's got an idea as to how to play possession-based football. So you want to back that. You want to back that. But it may not be a super level from the get-go. Now, you can't blame the sporting directors for that. I think the sporting directors and the owners finally, maybe, hopefully we'll see, they've come to a decision that this is it. We're going to stick to this manager. He's going to teach football to these young players. And hopefully we play excellent level of football down the track. Even Arteta with Arsenal. Arsenal didn't start playing the level of football they're playing now when Arteta came in. It took Arteta a good 3 seasons to embed what they really wanted to do. Now, do you have the patience for 3 seasons? I don't know. But we also have to understand their squad when Arteta first took probably wasn't as good as the squad that we have now. Our squad's pretty good. I'm hoping our players can understand Maresca's style of football a lot quicker. I hope we can fast track our development, but don't expect the fast track to happen within 2 months or 3 months. Honestly, like we may not make it to Champions League positions this season. Hopefully, we at least make it to top 6. Look, Champions League is needed. I'm not going to lie. Champions League football is needed for Chelsea Football Club for many, many reasons, financial being one of them. But a lot of people, I'm telling you, our next game against Celtic have been doing pretty all right in the preseason. It's going to be an interesting outing. I think someone asked if I'm going to do a watch-along. I will do a watch-along, God willing, inshallah. We'll do a watch-along. So let's see, man. Let's see. Hamza, Miz, you flip-flop too much. One time you have high standards for Chelsea and now you're willing to accept wasting another season, copying Pep's tactics and a 0 out of 10 transfer. This isn't Chelsea. I flip-flop too much. Brother Hamza, you need to see what is the reality. You need to see what is the reality. I never wanted Poch. So when Poch was around at Chelsea Football Club, yeah, I wanted, you have to deliver. You're not my guy. So now that you're here, you have to deliver. And Chelsea Football Club, we can't be doing what we did first season under the new owners being 12th. So you have to start delivering. But nowhere did I ever say that, oh, you're going to have to win me the Premier League. I said, at least get me Champions League football, right? Off the back of the players that we got last summer. Now, we got rid of Poch. We brought in Enzo Maresca. How are you asking me, Hamza? Like from a realistic point of view, don't be using all of these flip-flop words and these online social media lingo with me. Have a man-to-man decent conversation. How you expect me, for a new manager to come in, to play the kind of football he wants to play, possession-based football, which we weren't even playing under Pochettino, totally new system. You saw how foreign this system is. It was the first half against Wrexham, and that's Wrexham. You want me to just come out and say, nah, this manager has to deliver? I'm sorry, man. Like, our owners and our board, they've gone in a particular direction. I didn't want Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca wasn't my choice either. I didn't want him. But Enzo Maresca is a particular manager that kind of plays the football that I want to see Chelsea play. And that's going to take a bit of time. I saw someone else point out over here. Facts, Hamza. Toxic positivity causing a split in the divide in the fan base. Toxic positivity is a particular term. I kid you not. A long time ago, I probably was one of the first ones to say on my channel, what's with all this toxic positivity? Sometimes positivity can be toxic. I'm not even being positive here. I'm actually telling you, you have to be so patient. I'm being realistic. I'm not even being so supremely positive. I know it's going to be tough. I'm actually expecting hardship. I'm not coming out here saying, oh, it's all going to be roses. No. It's going to be difficult, man. Some people are actually thinking our first game against Manchester City, we're going to put up a really good show against them. I'm worried. I hope, look, if we can get a draw out of that game, I'll take that. This level of football that Maresca is trying to play, it's not simple, man. It's not simple. And for the fans to demand these players to start playing this level of football when they've only been with Maresca 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You're having a laugh. In life, no limits, Hamza. You want Miz to keep crying all the time. Dude, get with the program. We need to be in for the long haul. What exactly do you want Miz to do? Exactly, man. Like, I'm just going to come here and just bash my football club every single day. And that seems to be a problem for you guys anyway. If you see my comments, anytime I'm apparently ranting or moaning, people don't like it. The bottom line is people don't like to hear the real stuff. They just want to hear one extreme or the other. It's either be absolutely positive or you be absolutely toxic. There is a middle ground, you know. But no one wants to entertain the middle ground because that's not entertaining. That's not entertaining. You want one extreme or the other because that creates controversy. I get it. I get it. But I'm sorry, man. I can't be coming here and just creating controversy for fun. Like, do you know what I mean? Royce and people, we're not under Roman anymore. It's a new Chelsea. We need to accept it. It's a process now. Look, it's not even about a new Chelsea, honestly. Like, even under Roman, like, we didn't compete for the Premier League for a long time. Last time we won the Premier League was Antonio Conte. And the Champions League that we won with Thomas Tuchel, that came out of nowhere. Even though that was a sensational campaign, we were strong in the Champions League. We took care of teams. A lot of people have been saying, "Oh, you guys got lucky by winning." No, we weren't lucky. We actually, if you have a look at from a statistical point of view as well, from an XG point of view as well, we dominated teams. But honestly, no one saw that was coming. No one. That came out of nowhere. So it's not even about it's a new Chelsea. We've not been the Chelsea for a while now. We've not even been the Roman kind of Chelsea since Antonio Conte 2017. So look, I don't agree with a lot of things our owners and our board are doing. You guys know that very well. I don't like all of these youth players, man. I wish we had some level of, proper experience at the highest level. I'm not saying old players, but highest level. I don't want all of these youth players. But this is where we are now, man. This is where we are. Like, if we are not on board with it, then we're going to have to change a club. We're going to have to support someone else. But we're not going to do that. We support Chelsea Football Club. So we're going to have to get on board and try and understand. And of course, if it doesn't work out, then, you can be as supremely critical as possible. Even all throughout this process, we are going to be critical about it. But I can't just come here and just go, "Oh, don't invert. Don't do this. Don't do that." All of these mediocre players that have been bought in the transfer window. Always youth players. Oh, enough with all of this dropping the standards. We must compete for the Premier. Like, I can't come out and just say that, man. That's just that's being delusional. That's being delusional. Bumblebee, big up to you, Miz. You're being real. How about preseason last year? Everyone got overexcited. Then reality kicked in. Let's keep level heads and expectations this time. Yeah, look. This one, I wasn't even upset when we had a draw against Wrexham 2-2. I was like, I get it. Like, it was a totally different team in the second half. I absolutely understand it. And I'm patient. I'm not gonna budge. Like, this is gonna take time. Gurik, I agree. We should protest against the manager and owners if our team is not playing well. Yeah, Gurik, happy for you to go out there and protest, my man. Start a protest, Gurik. You're keen to do a protest, then start. Rally up troops. Rally it up. No one's stopping you, brother. I like how you feel so, so angry about the situation. It's good. It's fine. Then go out there and start. Rally up the troops. No point in just typing "let's protest" and you're just gonna sit in your room, relaxed. You want others to protest. Gurik, I'm in Melbourne, mate. No one will hear my protest. Well, if no one's gonna hear your protest, Gurik, better to probably just go on mute then. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry. If you think your voice is so irrelevant, just stay quiet. Just stay quiet. Why are you beating up? Why are you beating up the bush then? Gaurav, Miz, you need to know Chelsea sack manager when things are right. What was the reason to sack Poch? The reason to sack Poch was disagreements, man. Disagreements. Poch had different visions for Chelsea Football Club and he wanted different type of players and he wanted to keep certain players, the club didn't believe in that vision. Disagreement. You heard what Enzo Maresca said literally the last press conference. You need the owners, sporting directors, managers, all to be in the same page. If any of these people are not in the same page, it's over. It's going to be a disaster. If manager has a different vision to the sporting directors, I'm telling you, manager's going to get the sack. If the sporting directors have a different vision to the owners, sporting directors are going to get the sack. Ultimately, it's the owners. Feroze, my man, Miz, you are right. You are right, by the way. We all need a lot of patience. You have been saying this for a while, especially for this coming season with the new yeah, bro. Look, our first 6 fixtures, right, of the Premier League season, the new Premier League season, it's heavy, man. It's not going to be easy. You need to have the stomach to endure. We could potentially have a couple of losses and few draws and maybe a win. 1 win in 6. It could potentially be like that. And we have to have the stomach to just endure it. We just have to have the stomach to endure it. And hope that as time goes, we play better and better. And hopefully by the end of the season, we are clicking. We are clicking. But if you're expecting it to click from day one, look, I hope it happens. I really hope it happens. But it may not. It may not. That's what I'm trying to say. It may not. And you can't be manager out straight away. Check our league position and points tally since 16-17 title win under Roman. Maybe that will wake up fans to how mediocre we've been for ages. Yeah, absolutely. Gurik, how can you guys accept this as a supporter of a top 6 club? Yeah, you know how we can accept it? For our mental health. For our mental health, Gurik. You want me to come here every single day and beat our football club, beat our manager, beat our players, beat our owners. You want me to come here every single day and say protest, protest, protest. Brother, me personally, I'll lose my mind because I'll be miserable every single day. And on top of that, the abuse, people are going to be fed up with me. This is why every now and then I do say, like I've just told you today, there's a lot of things that I don't like what our club's doing. But that's it. I'm not going to keep repeating this. I'm just not going to keep repeating this. There has to be a point where we just have to move on now. We just have to move on. Miz, would you keep Angelo now that Palmer is set to play more centrally, him and Noni for that right wing? Yeah, look, I always knew Palmer was going to play more. Even if he was positioned on that right, he was always going to come in. And look, we need to all understand. Palmer playing more centrally doesn't mean that's where he's going to be forever. Palmer will also move around. Wherever Palmer needs to move in the field to create an overload, he will have to move there. We have to understand as a fan base, when they say, oh, Palmer will play more centrally. Well, now, Palmer 24/7. Every minute, every second of the game, he's only going to stay in central locations. No. Palmer may find himself on the left. Palmer may find himself on the right. Palmer may find himself near the defenders. He'll be where he needs to be. We have to understand under Maresca football, pass and go. Pass and go. Pass, find a new position. Pass, find a new position. If players are static in their area, I'm telling you, Maresca ball's not going to work. You saw against Wrexham. When players are not making any movements, there is no passing. Defenders and midfielders are going side to side. Players need to pass and pick a new spot. Pass and pick a new spot. And that's how it's going to work out. If players are not doing that, and you think, oh, Palmer is going to be centrally positioned, and that's no. Palmer will need to move around. If Palmer's only in central positions, I'm telling you, we're screwed. We're screwed. But yes, of course, predominantly he's going to operate in central areas. Predominantly, but that doesn't mean he's just going to be penciled in there. Tactically, there's so much we need to understand, man. As a fan base, we do. People forget towards the end of Roman's era, we weren't challenging for the Prem. We haven't been for over 7 years now. We're a cup side, which understand that will go through birth pains first. Absolutely, man. In life, no limit. In life, to get to a place where you feel happy and successful, you actually have to put in some work, struggle, go through pain, make changes before you get there. It's not different in football. Absolutely agreed. Gaurav, does Maresca play long ball? Yeah, we've seen from Levi Colwell at times there is the long ball behind defense. It's not going to be something that is done on every play, but there is every now and then the change up, diagonal long ball, or just straight over the top through central areas. So yeah, but it's not. You're not going to see that every single play. Every play is not going to be long ball. Then you might as well become Burnley of Sean Dyche days. Do you know what I mean? The Chelsea eye test. Let's talk tactics. I think our strongest team has Lavia and Caicedo starting. Lavia was supreme, man. Lavia really was supreme. So I want to see a lot more of Lavia. Obviously, can't wait to see Enzo Fernandez come back, and Caicedo as well. How it all fits together. It'll be interesting to see, because we've spent a lot of money in that midfield, and I'd find it very strange if any of those midfielders miss out, because we're inverting. And there are certain times I feel like you don't need to invert anymore, because you got midfielders. You don't need a fullback to act as a midfielder. Just get one of the fullbacks to act as a proper fullback, and just have the other fullback tuck in as a LCB or as a RCB, whichever way you want to do it. Because I reckon we got some great young talent, but people seriously can't think we're getting top 4 with Sanchez in goal and Guiu, Jackson up front. Yeah, let's see, man. Let's see what happens. It will be, it'll be a monumental task. My expectation is not even top 4. I'm expecting top 6 finish. But Chelsea Football Club needs to get Champions League football. So there's my expectation, what I think is reasonable, and then there is what really should happen. It's two different things here. All right. Some Jorgensen news, ladies and gentlemen. Philip Jorgensen. Let's check this out. As I said, look, I'm not gonna talk too much about this particular goalkeeper. I don't know anything about him. All I know, a lot of people say that he's very good in ball distribution. So that is going to be very handy. Sometimes we're going to utilize the goalkeeper to split in between two defenders. So you got the two defenders. So you know how you have the 3-2 build-up. In order to allow another extra man up front, you're going to have to utilize the goalkeeper as an outfield player. So the goalkeeper will split the defenders and become the 3, and then you have the 2 midfielders, and then you can push another player up front. And someone like Jorgensen could potentially be able to do that. And looks like this is going to happen anyway. Jorgensen's going to be our goalkeeper. Whether he starts, I don't know. He's probably going to compete with Sanchez. Maybe he's going to start. Who knows? Maybe he starts. But we shall see. But you best believe he's coming to Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea negotiations for Jorgensen are advancing well. The club are working to close the deal. Small gap in valuation coming from Fabrizio Romano. So it's probably going to happen. From what I read, Jorgensen is good at short passes, which is what ends on once. The rest of goalkeeper, he has 50-50. Ahmad, Jorgensen is good, but not decent like your choice, Ms. Diego Costa. I'd rather pick Costa than Jorgensen. Yeah, Costa's going to cost. Costa's going to cost a lot. It's just not going to happen. Shuba, trust me, 2-3 base is the best solution. Maresca's tactics will have more players in the box. This is what we all have been demanding for. Hopefully that's we can progress the ball regularly so that we can have a lot more players in the box. You have to understand, it all starts from the back. So if we take too long to build up, we're not going to be able to pump a lot of bodies into the box. So we have to play a lot more of our football in the opposition half. So let's see what happens now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button before you go. We've got well over 250 people live. Smash the like button. Each and every one of you guys, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe as well. And I shall see you guys sometime very, very soon. Later today, we'll catch up with another update. So do look out for that. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.